We're sitting here with the legend Anton Goosen, the father of the modern Afrikaans movement as we know it. It's an absolute pleasure. He's just taken to stage at the Forbidden Fruit Music Festival. Baie welkom hier met ons, meneer Goosen.
Meneer, baie dankie.
Anton, we've been through this. Net 'n paar vrae. Geniet jy nog steeds om live op te tree soos vanaand?
Ja, nee, wel daar's nie 'n replacement vir live nie. Studio is wonderful want it's 'n nuwe creation wat jy doen en die goed in jou kop. It's like painting with the colors in your head. Maar live is the real thing. Dit is wat tel. Dit met jou audience reaction.
How was the audience reaction at the Forbidden Fruit Music Festival?
It was fine. Yeah, wonderful. It's wonderful. Bloemfontein has always been a kind of a happy hunting ground for me. I've never had problems in Bloemfontein.
And you can see it by the reaction of the crowd as well. They love your music. I mean, they quote your songs word for word. So you must feel very comfortable here, like you said.
Yes, I am. I mean, after matric, my parents moved over here, so I'm a Bloemfonteiner, so to speak. I'm a Kroonstadter as well. I was at school in Kroonstad and in Welkom, so my heart is in the Free State.
As jy nie musiek skryf nie en nie optree nie, hoe relax jy?
Ek sit en kyk na die see. Ek sit en doen niks. My mother always said, sometimes I sit and think, and sometimes I just sit. I tend to sit a lot.
And you just break. Any thought process go through though? I mean, an artist such as yourself, I'm sure the thinking doesn't stop.
Yeah, your head is full. It's a 24-hour thing. And you're supposed to be creative and think of new things. The thing is to put that on paper and to the actual thing. And songwriting is sitting on a hard chair behind a hard desk and doing it. It's not checking the sea or taking the dogs for a walk. Not really. Although there's inspiration in visuals. I get a lot of inspiration from touring and visuals. I love the country. I love touring. And my parents often stopped when we took like 8 hours to get from Bloemfontein to Pretoria. Because they stopped everywhere, every little river, making a picnic, checking things out, which is lovely, how should I say, education for touring.
You obviously do a lot of travelling at the moment and a lot of touring. Enige nuwe projekte waarmee jy besig is?
Gee, I'm busy writing a new album, which hopefully will be this year. I've been saying this for 3 years. I did that with Fist in the Bush as well. I had the title for 7 years, and eventually I made the album. No, it's coming together. I'm in a creative process at the moment, and they're doing this documentary movie on my music, which is very flattering and very flattering. It's very nice. It's creative.
When you look at your life and you look at what you've done and what you've achieved, when they title you the father of the modern Afrikaans music movement, what rings in your head?
It's a nice announcement. That's all.
But it's a title. It's how people revere you.
It's flattering. It's flattering. Okay, well, I operate on the legend thing. So I get away with a lot of murder. I'm a legend, what do I care? Is that? But no, not really. I mean, I'm joking now. No, it's flattering. It is at least some kind of award for work that was done. And the fact that, when I started in 79, there was very little in Afrikaans. And people laughed at the music. And now look at all these youngsters. I mean, 30 years later, the language is so healthy. It is so healthy. And especially the singing of the language is even more than healthy.
Now, when you see the youngsters around, I mean, you say it's healthy, and I mean, you're sitting with some of the band members that are taking to the stage in Forbidden Fruit. What are the thoughts that go through your head when you compare 79 to 2010?
Sure, it's very difficult to compare that. Music have changed, the styles have changed. The entire music thing has grown out of all proportion. I'm crazy about it. The new stuff like Jack Barrow, Die Antwoord. I know it's very controversial, but that's how it should be. If music is not controversial, then it's going to stagnate and just die away. The young groups like A King, he was fantastic. There's wonderful stuff, and that is what's going through my head. Now, this is cool, because it could have been Stomp, like just a European repeat, copy-paste kind of thing, which has its place as well. I mean, you've got to keep the hooks and the bars happy.
By all means. In terms of your shows, I mean, tonight everything was pretty respectable, but I mean, you must have done in your time some wild shows. What are some of the wilder things that have happened up on stage? Wat die snaakse dinge wat met jou gebeur het op die verhoog?
Well, it's not really funny things, but you know, when you have sound problems and you string your guitar and there's nothing, and now they've announced, you know, like Thompson, you're Anton Goosen, and there's this major applause, and then you reply by, and there's just nothing. And you look at the sound man, and you can't find the sound man, and nobody's running up, and then there's a cutoff for how long you can stand there and wait for the sound man to come and fix the problem, to when you are actually going to walk off. And the minute you walk off, you've kind of lost it.
Yeah.
It's like losing your temper on stage. You cannot do that.
No point of return.
And you can't. Can I use the word shit out?
Yes.
You can't do that to the audience either. I mean, if you're in a cabaret situation and people are talking, it's up to you to get them to stop talking. And there are psychological ways of doing it. The moment you lose your temper, you've lost it. You've lost the show.
So no underwear throwing, bra throwing.
Oh, I've had all that. Yeah, signing panties.
Yes.
Yeah, tits and stuff. Yeah, no, I've had all that. Yeah.
Okay, so
That's part of the thing.
the legend came. He wore the T-shirt. In actual fact, I believe he made the T-shirt. The legend, the man.
Oh, I didn't.
Dames en heren, it's an absolute uur. Anton Goosen, baie dankie oom.
Bye, dankie. Thanks what you're doing for local music. And for Afrikaanse music.
Ek waardeer. Thank you very much, sir. It's an absolute pleasure.